Previously on Abandoned and Forgotten Places, the Brownie Mountain Complex has been the highlight of the 2021 summer exploring season. Horizontal haulage adits, vertical shafts, and massive waste rock piles can be seen all throughout the area, offering clues as to just how large the workings are deep inside. In episode 112, I explored the vertical shaft you see here, hoping to find a connection to deeper workings further to the south. Despite my efforts, collapsed drifts and an unexplained ghostly encounter had me exiting this very dangerous mine. Then, in episode 107 and 108, we discovered small passages leading to a multitude of drifts, and finally a connection to a vertical shaft built in 1918. Shortly after that, in episode 109, we explored a winze, which allowed us to go even deeper, finding a mysterious yellow rope left behind by previous explorers. Dikes, brecciated limestone outcroppings, and highly mineralized gossans lie all throughout the area, offering clues to gold-rich contact zones buried deep in the mountain below. Today, on Abandoned and Forgotten Places, I take you back deep into the Brownie Mountain Complex, where we will once again rope into a previously explored winze to try to solve the mystery of the yellow rope. Who would dare attempt to skinny through such a small hole decades ago? What were they after? And will this passage lead to a treasure trove of artifacts or the remains of an unfortunate explorer? Will we get lucky and find the drift leading back to the collapse where I had my first ghostly encounter? With any luck, these questions and many more will be answered on Abandoned and Forgotten Places. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, before I take you down into this mine, I'm just gonna quickly take you down into the winze, but a lot of you probably haven't seen what we've already explored here in the Brownie Mountain Complex. So if you want to see that, head on back to episode 106, where we start on the far side of the mountain and we work our way in a counterclockwise pattern all the way around this hill, exploring every single adit and shaft along the way. But like I said, here in a moment, I'm just going to speed things up, and I'm going to take you right straight to the winze where we're going to get started today.
So, are you going to, before we do this, I mean, I've been wondering for 90 days now, what's the deal with the yellow rope? I mean, you're like a pit bull at a grade school with a hold of a kid's leg. You won't let go of it.
What's my obsession with the yellow rope?
Exactly.
Okay,
Tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal all. So here's why I'm so obsessed with the yellow rope, guys. When I was a little kid, like say 10 or 11 years old, you know, living back in Wisconsin.
It's a long time ago.
A long time ago. My friends and I, we used to play around in a lot of storm sewers and things like that. It was a whole lot of fun. And one of the storm sewers that I played in, well, I didn't discover it, and I apologize if this gets a little bit too graphic for you guys, but some friends of mine found a suicide victim in the sewers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty traumatic. Now think of it, you're looking at this or hearing about this from a 10 or 11-year-old's perspective. Well, after they took care of the individual, a few days later we went back to that sewer, and the police still hadn't removed the rope from the grate. It was, and that image has stuck in my mind and has been there ever since. And the last time that we were down in this mine, and I think it was in episode 109, when I saw that rope dangling through that little tiny hole.
Well, you know, I mean, when we talked about it at the time, it's like, first off, who could get through that hole?
Right.
And secondly, how did they get back out?
Right.
On that little nylon rope.
Right.
And it's probably, we extrapolated that there might be somebody tied to the end of the rope.
Let's hope not. Guys, I'm hoping that this rope just leads into a stope, which leads into a drift, but now you know why I've kind of been obsessed about this, and I really want to get to the bottom of this mystery. So, what do you say we...
Without further ado...
Without further ado, let's get started.
Hey, what the heck is that?
The heck is what?
Wow! Look at that!
What is it? Is it laying on the
It's a
board?
gigantic $20 gold piece.
Cool.
Is it really? You brought it with you?
Randy, we do not plant artifacts on this channel.
That was great.
No
That's
planting.
gotta be real.
We're not artifact planters. But that's pretty cool, though.
You know, this is going to go down in my history book that I got to hang out with the fantastic Gly Coolness and go places that hardly anybody ever gets to go. I mean, this is just really extraordinary.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy.
We're pretty lucky, huh, Randy?
Lucky, I suppose so, yeah.
This is definitely something you don't do every day.
Most people aren't crazy enough to do this.
Exactly. Thank you, Randy. I thought I was the only one that thought that was so fun.
You thought you were the only one with any sense, huh?
No, that
Crazy.
boy's gone. And look at what we're standing on. He's great.
All right, everybody, here we are, bottom of the winds. It took us a little bit longer to get down here this time because we have all this gear that it's going to take to dig out the bottom of the winds. So I'm really happy we got a total of 3 people today. That definitely helped with getting this gear down. So we're not quite to the bottom of the winds yet. I still have another 40 feet to go, maybe 30, 40 feet to go. And then we'll get down into the bottom. So these ladders are pretty messed up. There's a point in time down here where I just have to go full rappel. The hard part is getting around this little hole here. Okay. There we go. All right, come here. Ooh-wee. Yeah, you don't want to... This isn't really something anybody could do if you're afraid of heights. All right, make sure that's pointing in the right direction so you guys can see what I'm up to here. Okay, see? This is
Crazy, Gly.
You know, some people have said that.
No, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I do have a screw loose.
I'm questioning what I'm doing sitting right here.
Well, we got to solve the mystery of this darn yellow rope, Mr. M.
I understand it, but just for the record.
Come heck or high water.
Just for the record.
Alrighty. Alright, well, I'm just a dangling here like a silly guy. And
headed on down.
Randy,
Yeah.
You know,
are you going down there?
No, I don't think I'm going
no,
down there.
not unless I absolutely need him.
All right,
I want to have somebody at the midway point.
got it. That was supposed
You
to
know-
be me.
Hey, Mr. M.
What?
So last night I was having a nice chat with Frank from Exploring Abandoned Mines
Yeah?
up there in Canada.
Yeah?
He told me when you get into situations like this, it's all in your head. And when it comes to like when you're getting a little freaked out.
Yeah. You're right.
But then he said, well, when you finally do get into the bottom, oftentimes you end up saying to yourself, oh, well, hell, that wasn't all that bad.
That's how I do it.
And that's kind of what this is right now. It
Yeah.
looks a lot scarier going into it. But when you're down here, it's like, that ain't nothing. And that's kind of the way I expect Death Stope is going to be.
Death Stope!
2000. Okay, guys, back again. Everything's up and running here. Let me quickly show you where we came from. The green rope over there, that's ours. Yellow rope off to the right-hand side is the one we're chasing after. So rappel down into this winds. And just like before, down in the bottom, there's my 300-footer if I need it, because now here is the yellow rope. That's the poly rope that I've been talking about, and you can see right there how it goes down into that little bitty hole right there. Now, you'll notice that the rope is laying on top of the debris. It's not buried by this debris, and there is wind, or at least somewhat of a breeze, blowing back at me from right here. Now, that hole is rather small, so we're going to take some time, and I'm going to get out my shovel, do some digging here. I got a Sawzall with me if I need to nip off the end of them boards, so I'm going to get after it and start digging. Here we go. Okay. Okay, Randy, I'm going to peek my head down through this hole.
Okay.
I just saw something move down in here. I'm pretty sure it was a bat, though.
Well, if you see your shadow, don't think that spring's coming.
Oh, that was a close call.
What happened? You okay?
Just almost lost my camera rig down in the hole.
Jesus.
That was a close.
That was a real close call. Whew. Okay, guys, let's see what we're getting ourselves into here. There's something heavy hanging on the end of this yellow rope. It's weighted.
Really?
Yes. It has a weight on the end of it.
Can you lift it, or is it just
That's
heavy?
what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to, maybe it's like it's lodged on something, but when I give it a yank, it falls back down like it has a weight on the end of it. There's something on the end of it,
Skeleton.
but I can't. I'm gonna try to dislodge it.
That's not spooky or anything, Gly.
Guys, there's definitely something hanging on the end of this rope.
How much does it weigh?
How heavy?
I gotta go back down. I gotta stick my head down here, see if I can see where it's hung up.
What an idiot. Tell him I said he's an idiot. Tell him, Randy.
What?
Tell him I said he's an idiot.
Mr. M says you're an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Is that him making those noises, Randy?
Yeah.
Christ's sakes.
I can see him. He's laying on the ground. I can see half of him.
Okay, let me tell you what's going on here. So what the miners did was they built a false floor, okay? And that's what I'm sitting on right now. And on top, so the false floor is made of these large planks, and they're sitting on top of a couple of large stalls, and then they crisscrossed them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like dominoes. And then fast forward years later, little by little, all this rock and stuff fell down into the winds and covered up all of the false floor. Now, I would imagine the miners put this in place because they probably put it in place because they didn't want this rock falling down this winds and getting into the drift level that's below this stope. Okay, that's what's going on here. So I dug it out, I cut that board away, and now I've got the yellow rope, and it dangles. It goes 100 feet, but the problem is it's a vertical drop into the stope right straight below me. Now, going down isn't an issue, okay? That's not what I'm concerned about. I can skinny and lower myself on the descender going down. It's coming back up. See, because I'm going to be dangling, and then I got to try to wiggle my body through this tiny little hole and gain traction, but I can't gain traction with my feet because I'll be dangling. So it's just a very, very dangerous situation, and I've already tired myself out pretty darn good from all this digging. But let's set that aside for a second. Right now, I was able to pull up on this yellow rope and I'm feeling that there's a weight on the end of it. Like, think of it like somebody tied a rope or tied a rock on the end of this rope, because every time I give it a pull, I can feel it's weighted, and then when it falls back down. Now I've been able to gain some slack on it. What I'm trying to do next is position it over a piece of wood right here to obtain leverage, so I can maybe pull it up and see what's on the end of this rope. I'm going to keep tugging at it, and we'll see what happens.
What are you doing? Just trying to break it?
Pulling it.
Okay. Apparently, they've got it tied off down there with something in the middle. It's caught. I don't have enough strength or leverage to get that thing out of there.
And it goes off at an angle, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to take a minute, see if I can't find something where I can obtain some more leverage. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, guys. So what I've been doing, like I said, I've been tugging the heck out of this rope, trying to dislodge it and get it up here to see if there's anything tied off on the end. Now, yeah, even though I'm not going to go down in there because of how difficult it would be to get back up, I still want to show you guys what the heck is going on. So let me get my lighting in order here. I'm going to do my best to poke the camera without falling into this hole and show y'all what's going on down in here. Without falling down in it. Okay, see? Right down there, somewhere down there, there's the rope. Now, I'm going to pull back on it so you can see what I'm talking about. And right there is as far as I can get. Now, you see how it's a vertical drop right below me? The problem is the hole I'm going through is so tiny. Like I said, going down ain't the issue. Coming back up, oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I got no place to brace my feet to poke myself up through the hole. But at least you can see what's down in there. Yeah. Okay. So, golly. See what I was hoping what would happen. One second here. One second here. Hey, turn this down here. Turn this off here. Come here. Where's my light? There it is. See, what I was hoping would happen was I would clear this hole out and there would be at least a place that I could put my feet, because I don't mind dangling when I'm going down because that's easy. You're just on the descender. But coming back up, I got no place to put my feet. And even if I had 1 foot in my progressive capture that attaches onto my boot, I still can't wiggle myself up through this tiny little hole because there's nothing to grab onto. You see all this scree? I would just be scrambling, like trying to climb up an anthill. And what would happen then, going off my past experience as a cave explorer, you keep doing that, and then eventually you run out of energy, and then you're in a real pickle. So, I just hate it when I get stumped on these things. You try so hard, but this is just going to have to be a mystery that stays a mystery, guys. I don't know. I can't see any other way around it. Yeah, at least I was able to bring you this far and show you down into the hole. You can see where the yellow rope goes. But I'm telling you, one more time, when I go like that and pull on the rope, it's like it jumps. It's like it has a weight on it, like there's something attached, all right? But, oh! I thought it might have dislodged. Wait a second here. I dislodged it. Holy cow. I think there's a shovel or something attached to it. Okay, I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to have to go head first again. Yeah, I was able to dislodge it a little bit further, and now I hear something attached to it. Sounds like a shovel. Okay, I still can't see it, but I definitely got it up higher. It feels it's either a shovel or a bucket. But it ain't no body, because it's metal. It's clanking. Nope. There's not a body on the end of it. It's a piece of equipment. I can hear it clanking. Could be a shovel, could be a repurposed a kerosene tin filled with some rocks. But that's as far as I can get it, guys. One more time. I'm gonna put the holy heck into it here. I can't get it. Well, at least now we know there's not a body on the end of it. It's just a piece of equipment of some sort. Yeah, it's definitely a shovel. It's clanking, but it's either tied on the end or it's on a big heavy thing of, yeah. Okay, that's it. I've had it. Gee whiz. That's enough. I tell you what, if there's any other professionals in the crowd that want to give this a go, and that are a lot smaller than me with a lot more energy and aren't 50 years old, contact me and we'll work something out. Maybe we'll show you where this is at and you can give it a go. But I'm going to stop right here, guys. That's enough for me today. After getting this far down into the mine and digging all this out, you know, what I really wanted to find out is if there wasn't, you know, somebody dangling on the end of this rope. And I don't feel like that's the case no more. It's just equipment. So I'm going to start preparing things to head back up towards Mr. M. So I'll see you when I get back over there. That was crazy. All right, guys, thanks for coming along on this adventure. You know, that's how it goes sometimes. Being an abandoned mine explorer, I'm only going to put myself into areas that I know that I can get myself out of, okay? And currently, the way that I am, like I was saying when I was down in the hole, I don't have enough upper body strength to dangle from a rope and at the same time use my to scramble through that little tiny hole that I was digging out there. So that's not for me. So hopefully when I pointed the camera down in there, you guys got a good look at where the yellow rope went. Speaking of yellow rope, so I cut off about a 2-foot piece of it, all right? Since this has been kind of the highlight of the entire exploring season, I would like one of you guys to have a souvenir. You know, I don't take artifacts from mines, but, you know, realistically, this isn't an artifact. It's a modern day piece of poly rope, for crying out loud. So I cut a small little piece off the end down there so that one of you can have a souvenir from this series. Randy's going to put it up on his eBay site, okay? So I'll put the link down in the description area, but that's where you're going to go. You're going to go to Rocks from Randy on his eBay site.
You gotta cut it into 5 pieces.
Well, I tell you what, no, I don't want to do that. I want someone out there to have a real nice big piece. Let's just keep it whole, okay? So, all right, well, we're going to pack up and get our Budinskis back out of this crazy mine. So again, I thank you all for coming on a fun adventure, and I'll see you again next weekend. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.